2:23 a.m., Detective Corey Palmer conducting interview with Rosangela Blackwell. Detective Sam Durkin also present. So, Miss Blackwell, tell us again why you were in that house.
Say nothing. Tell them nothing. Keep your teeth together. We'll get out of this.
Answer the question, Blackwell. Let the record show that the interviewee has chosen to remain silent. That's your right, but your silence can and will be used against you. Remember that. Fine. Next question. What happened to Detective Piero? Miss Blackwell, I won't ask again. What happened to Detective Piero?
Enough, Palmer. You saw the paraffin test. Leah fired that weapon.
I refuse to believe that, Sam.
Believe what you want. Those are the facts.
Well, here's some facts for you. This lady was chatting with Emil Haskins earlier this evening. Not only that, we have a witness who saw her sneaking into his office at work. How do you respond to that? No answer, huh? Well, let me lay it out for you. We spoke to the clerk on duty. We spoke to Emil Haskins, a man who is now a widower, I might add. Nobody gave you permission. But then, breaking and entering isn't really a new thing for you, is it? I've pulled your file. Do you even know how many restraining orders you have against you? Let the record show that the interviewee has chosen to remain silent. Again. If getting banned from the campuses of NYU and Columbia weren't bad enough, we've got a dozen complaints registered against you from businesses and families. I'd call Bellevue to have you taken away. But you're banned from there too. Who the hell are you? And why haven't you been taken in before now?
Palmer, take a walk.
Sam?
You're tired. Go get a cup of coffee.
I don't need coffee. Don't think I don't know what's going on here. I've heard the rumors. That you've got some mysterious informant. Is this her?
Palmer?
Fine. I'm going. But we will find out what happened. It's our damn job after all.
So, you happy now? Look, I'm more patient than Palmer. Legally, we can keep you here for 12 hours. You really want to sit here for that long?
Of course not. I only wanted to...
What? Help? You think you helped anyone here?
There's something much bigger going on.
So you said. But we cops, we like things simple. Not you though. You make things complicated just by walking into a room.
What are you trying to say?
Officially, we're pursuing every lead. Unofficially, there was no trace of the bullet that killed the little girl. With Leah dead, we'll most likely never solve it. The trail is too cold. So, what do you need?
Excuse me?
You want it in so bad? You're in. You won't be on the books. We can't even pay you. This case is too high profile. So, what do you need?
Access to Leah's case files.
Can't do it. Those are being boxed up and archived. Anything else?
Access to George Austin's apartment.
I'll take care of it. Anything else?
Cup of coffee.
I'll let Palmer get you one on the way out. Anything else?
Everything you know about George Austin.
Palmer can get you that. Speak to him tomorrow. Anything else?
Nothing that I can think of.
Alright. From now on, you talk to Palmer. He'll be at the front desk tomorrow.
Detective Durkin. Sam, why are you doing this? Why me?
My first case involved a kid. 30 years ago it must have been. There was this little girl living with her aunt. The aunt went nuts. Smashing things, screaming. Total loony. The little girl was hiding in a closet. Couldn't have been more than 5. Scared out of her mind. I've had a soft spot for kids ever since.
I see.
Go home, Blackwell. Get some sleep. You look like you spent the night in jail.
Huh. The press are having a field day. Lots of theories, but nothing approaching the truth.
You expect anything different? Just be glad your name didn't get leaked. That's the last thing we need.
No trace of the Grace Group either.
Then we best get out there and do what we do.
Hi.
Yes, miss?
My name is Rosangela Blackwell. I was told you'd be expecting me?
Is this about George?
That's right.
I still can't believe it. But here's the key. 12th floor, penthouse A.
Thanks. Whoever this Michael is, he seems to know quite a lot. So this Michael has a source who knows about bestowers, about me. This is starting to get personal.
Oh, it's you. Sam told me you'd be swinging by.
Hi, Corey, was it?
No, it's Officer Palmer.
So Durkin told me to speak to you?
Yes, I heard. Congratulations, I guess. I don't know why you're so special, but orders are orders. You need any information from us, I'll see about getting it to you. But you talk to me, and only me. Understand?
Perfectly. Does this phone number mean anything to you?
Not really, but I can trace it for you.
Trace it?
Run the number, see who it belongs to. Within reason, anyway. Where'd you find it?
I found it on George Austin's phone.
Oh, we ran that number already.
You did?
Yeah, it belonged to Grace Church. Probably calling for donations or something.
Yeah, or something.
Thanks anyway. Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
If the people who go to these churches worry about their souls so much, they should try dying sometime.
Hi, remember me?
Yes, and would you please keep your voice down?
Sorry. I'm Rosangela Blackwell.
Father Gabriel Ullman.
I checked with the police. This number belongs to a phone in this church. A man I'm looking for made a phone call from this number. His name is Michael. It's very important that I find him.
I'm afraid I don't know who you're talking about. I am sorry.
The telephone that uses this number, where is it?
Why would you need to know that?
Michael used the phone. Maybe he left a clue behind when he did.
And he could have used any one of a dozen offices in our administration wing.
Really? Over a dozen?
Yes. So, if you want to locate Michael Cooper, you'll have to find another way.
Wait, Cooper?
Pardon?
You said Michael Cooper.
Isn't that the gentleman you're looking for?
No, I just said his name was Michael.
So you did. Slip of the tongue. My apologies. It is quite late and I'm tired.
Well, thanks. I'll be going.
Stay safe. This is not a night to be outside.
Huh. So Michael Cooper was a priest. Interesting. Excuse me.
Yes.
Michael Cooper. He's a priest too, isn't he?
So?
So, it's a pretty big coincidence, wouldn't you say? Please stop lying to me.
I'm not lying.
You're not telling me the whole truth either, are you?
I made a promise. He came to me scared, begging me to protect him, to give him sanctuary. He was ranting. I should have turned him away, but we roomed together at the seminary. We were close friends once. What could I do?
You can take me to him.
He's raving. He's mad. He says he's in a battle for his very soul. Is this true?
Yes. Yes, it is.
He's in the school. It's closed for the winter break, so it seemed like a good a place as any to hide him. Here's a key. The entrance is around the corner. Please, do whatever you must. Just don't come back here.
Don't worry.
So, thrown out of a church. I suppose with our record it was only a matter of time.
The entrance to the school is around the block. Let's go.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in
Michael?
green pastures.
Michael Cooper.
You! Stay back, bestower. I've got a gun.
Just a second.
I said stay back!
Please, I'm here to help.
Help? Oh, I wish that was true. How much help did you give George, or Leah, or the others?
Others? How many of you are there?
You don't even know that. You don't know a thing, do you? This wasn't the plan.
Plan?
Yes, our brilliant plan. We get the bestower to escort our souls to the next world. Protect us from this force that is after us. Instead, you let us be destroyed.
You think I wanted this to happen? People dying, souls torn apart? You think I want this?
Of course not. It's just... well, look at what we've been reduced to.
I'm sorry. Whatever is going on, it's new. I've never seen anything like it before.
I see. And what about him?
Huh?
Your friend. The man behind you. He hasn't said a word since you walked in here.
Me? Do you mean me?
Yes, you. Don't look so surprised. How else could I have known who you were? Now get out of here. You've been nothing but trouble ever since George went to look for you.
I am so sick of guns.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of all this.
Temper, my host.
That voice. It can't be.
I told you to stay in the other room.
Yes, my host, I know. But I had to intervene. These two know me, if I may.
Fine. Fine. Just make it quick. I'm losing concentration.
Malone, Blackwell, what a pleasant surprise to see you both again.
Yeah, surprise is the word. What the hell are you doing here?
Is it not obvious? You freed me, Malone, brought me back into this world, and as befits all of our kind, I had a host waiting for me, and so I have returned to my former duties.
Look, as much as I am touched by this reunion, I need to focus.
Perhaps we should all converse outside.
Fine. Outside. Just leave me in peace.
Thank you, my host.
That was Madeline.
You know her? That saves time, I guess. Look, maintaining this circle leaves me a bit cranky. Sorry. If you can help, great. If not, well, I've made my peace with it. Just go talk to her. She's outside. I need to concentrate. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul.
Blackwell, Malone, it's been a long time since we've been able to converse.
Do you know what's going on? Why are these souls being attacked?
I do not know. I wish I did. Like you, we saw it happen. We saw a soul being torn apart and could do nothing. I'm afraid my host became a little unreasonable after that.
Why was George looking for me?
We needed a bestower. A proper bestower. My host and I were not up to the task.
Eh?
It might be due to my time in the void. It might be because my host's soul has been marked by whatever is out there. But in any case, our abilities are limited. We cannot even help lost souls move on as you do. We can see them and talk to them, but that is all. Hence why we needed you.
Lucky us.
So what can we do? We don't even know what's going on.
Our theory was that you could help move these poor souls into the next world before they were destroyed. But it appears that it did not achieve the desired result.
You could say that, yeah.
You must investigate. My host and I are restricted, but you two are not. If anyone can help uncover why these poor spirits are being attacked, and stop it, it is you.
Do you know anything about this Grace group?
I know that it meant a great deal to my host, as well as his friends. Whatever happened at those meetings, it greatly improved their lives. But obviously, it came at a cost.
Well, I suppose we'll talk to you soon.
Of course.
Father Michael?
Yeah?
How did you learn what was happening?
You mean that our souls were being taken?
Yeah.
It was a few weeks ago. I was at the bedside of a friend. Jeffrey, his name was. He went to the Grace Group meetings back in the day. Like me. He had been in a car accident. Hit and run. He was dying, and he wanted me there. And when he died, I saw it. His spirit being torn apart. He screamed. I'll never forget that scream.
I know. I saw it too.
Anyway, with Madeline's help, I began looking into other members of the group, and learned it was happening to all of us. You know the rest.
Could you tell me about the Grace group? It was some kind of self-help group?
About 20 years ago, I was a very different person. I suppose you could call me an alcoholic, although I wouldn't have said it at the time. Then I saw an ad in the newspaper. It promised to help folks like me find their way. It seemed to be some kind of hippie self-help group, but I went to a meeting anyway. I don't remember much about the meetings, but somehow I had discovered that going to seminary school was something I had to do. It all made sense.
Made sense?
I just knew it was what I was meant to be doing, and I was right.
Is there anything else you could tell us about the Grace group?
No. You know everything I do.
What happened at these meetings?
That's just it. I don't remember. Until recently, I never questioned it before. How messed up is that? I'd go, I'd sit down, and leave. I'd meet with the other members for coffee afterward. What on earth did we talk about? We must have found something. But I do remember a man. Benjiro. He ran the meetings.
Benjiro?
Yeah, Japanese guy. I don't remember anything else about him.
How many people went to these meetings?
There were 6 of us. You already know about Leah and George and myself. The others are dead.
Who were they?
Does it matter? They are dead. Their souls were taken.
Even still, tell me.
Jeffrey Dutta, Heather Goffstein, Peter Fielding.
Could you tell me about Peter?
Peter Fielding, yes. I never had much contact with him. He died several months ago. I'm afraid it's too late for him.
You saw his soul being taken?
Well, no. He died before Madeline came into my life, so I can't say for sure. But he went to Grace Group meetings, and he's dead. What other conclusion can I reach?
Tell me about Heather Goffstein. You said she was a member of your group.
Yes, she was one of us. I asked George if he knew where she was. He told me she was dead. I'm afraid it's too late for her.
Is this like Peter? Did you actually see her soul being taken?
No, I didn't. Thank heaven I didn't. Seeing it happen once is more than I can take.
All right, Michael. We're going to go.
Of course. Godspeed to the both of you. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And though I walk through the valley
So
of the
Peter
shadow
Fielding
of death,
owned a gym in Murray Hill. Worth a visit, I
will
suppose.
fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table.
Looks like some kind of headshot photo. Probably someone famous who uses the gym. Let's see here. I have no idea who this is, but it says Tanya Corsi, good morning. Good morning? What the hell does that mean? Nobody here.
Hey, does it look right? Seriously, does it look right?
Does what look right?
The light bulb. I could swear it was blinking.
It looks fine to me.
Huh. Gotta do everything myself around here.
Hey, friend, can we talk for a second?
Are you sure there's nothing wrong with that light?
I'm no expert, but it looks fine to me.
Well, what can I do for you?
Hey, is your name Peter Fielding by any chance?
That's me. Why?
No reason. You own this joint, right?
Yes, I do. My dad built it. You could say it's a family business. Been running it around 20 years? Seems like yesterday.
So what's the story with the lights?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy. There's something wrong with them. I can tell.
Well, like I said, they look totally fine to me.
I'll just have to keep checking.
Well, I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. I just gotta see what's wrong with this damn light.
So I found Peter.
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yeah, he's safe and sound. Spiritually speaking, anyway.
Huh. Michael was sure that Peter's ghost was taken.
Just between you and me, Michael doesn't look to be sure about very much.
At last, you've come back.
We found one of the Grace Group spooks, Peter Fielding.
I see. Is he still intact?
Yeah, he tried to get me to join a gym.
I thought as much.
You thought so? What do you mean?
You know as well as I do. A spirit cannot be moved from this world until it is spiritually ready. It would appear that is also the case here.
So wait, this is our fault?
Whatever do you mean?
Leah, George. Just by trying to save them, we destroyed them.
I suppose. Yes, it could be seen that way. But please do not blame yourself. How could you have known?
Ignorance doesn't change anything.
Listen to me. Whatever or whoever is taking these souls, they were marked long before they died. All we can do now is move forward and save who we can.
You've been around the block a few times, so to speak. Nothing like this has ever happened to you before?
The destruction of the very essence of life? No. Such a thing is difficult to contemplate, and to witness it, even more so.
But what about George and Leah?
From my understanding, they were aware of their death when they were taken.
Yeah, they were.
Then there's your answer. They were spiritually ready to leave this world, and so were vulnerable. This Fielding, was it? He is a lucky soul indeed. Until he is made aware, he cannot be taken. Not by you, or by anyone else.
So what? We just leave the spook to rot?
Of course not. It has been known for some spirits to become aware on their own. The right face, the right moment, anything can trigger it. And if that happens to Fielding, no. Our duty is to save him, and save him we shall.
How? The usual rules have been chucked out the window. We make a move and he gets hammered, and we're not gonna let that happen, not again.
It is a dilemma for certain.
We need to think about this, plan our next move.
Of course. In fact, I might have an idea along those lines. I must confer with my host. Please excuse me.
He's okay? Peter's really okay?
He is still deceased, but in all other respects, yes. He is as well as can be.
This changes everything. You have no idea. You two, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never even considered that Peter's soul could be saved. And maybe Heather too. Yes, Heather. If she wasn't taken, then her soul must still be lost.
And this is a good thing?
Of course. If a soul is merely lost, it still can be saved. And maybe so can mine.
So, what's your plan?
We are approaching this from ignorance, and possibly from fear. Before I was trapped in the void, I was a spirit guide for a very long time. I can learn much from a spirit by looking at it, and talking to it. If Fielding's soul still exists, then it must be brought here.
And Heather. Heather's soul must still be out there.
And her as well, of course.
Peter Fielding's spook is at the gym. It's not too far away. You can talk to him there.
Are you kidding? I step out of this circle, who knows what could happen? If I die, there's a good chance I'll be an aware spirit, just like Leah and George, and then...
Be at peace, my host. I would not ask you to do such a thing.
Well, thank heaven for that.
Besides, it is unnecessary. As you say, only spiritually aware souls are attacked. Since this Fielding is not spiritually aware, meeting him in his current state would be fruitless. We need to awaken him before I can determine anything about him.
Won't awakening these ghosts destroy him? Aren't we trying to avoid that?
Don't be absurd. We'll put them behind this circle. They will be safe there.
And how are we supposed to do that? Spooks like me can't enter the thing.
This might surprise you, Malone, but I did think of that. Come here. Take this.
What's this thing?
Call it a totem. It was made with some of my essence. The circle was created in much the same manner, so it will make a perfect focus. When you awaken a spirit, use the totem to send them directly here. They will remain safely behind the circle until we can determine the next course of action.
So I'll be trapped in this circle with Peter and Heather's ghosts?
I am afraid so, my host.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. And I guess it will be nice to see them again.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Anything that can help us?
No. Of all the people in our group, Peter was the one I spoke to the least. I think George once belonged to his gym, even took personal training sessions for a while. But George wasn't really the personal fitness type.
I need to know everything you can tell me about Heather.
Well, there was one thing. It was a confession of sorts, you see, and she trusted me.
What was it?
You don't understand. It was a confession. It might have been a long time ago, but it was still a sacred trust. I can't betray that trust. It goes against everything I believe in.
Don't you think that under the circumstances, she would understand?
I'm not sure God would.
Does it really matter? What's the worst that could happen? You lose your soul?
My God, when you put it like that. Heather was a prostitute. She wanted to confess, but didn't feel right entering a church. She might have been Jewish, judging by her name, but I think she just wanted to speak to someone who understood.
Understood?
Someone who had been to grace group meetings. Someone who had had a life-changing revelation, like I did. I don't know what her revelation was, but she wanted to purge herself of her old life. So she asked if I could come to her apartment and listen to her. So I did.
Do you remember where she lived?
I was a priest entering the house of a prostitute. It's not something you forget. She lived by Tompkins Square Park. Here's the address.
We're gonna head back out now.
Then I do believe our talk is concluded. I will return outside.
Hey, Madeline?
Yes, my host.
It's all right.
All right?
Yeah, stay inside. It's cold out there.
I don't feel the cold, my host.
I know. Just stay, please. And thanks.
It is my pleasure, my host.